Welcome to U.S. Cricket Now, the podcast covering all things Major League Cricket. I'm Peter Della, and with me is Aaman Patel.
Don't forget to follow us on social media at US Cricket Now on Instagram, X, and TikTok. You can also watch us on YouTube. Just search for US Cricket Now.
Now, we've got an awful lot to get to on tonight's episode, the debut match for 2025 at Oakland Coliseum. Before we speak about the result, where the Unicorns beat Washington Freedom in a grudge match, a revenge game, 123-run win over the defending champions, we spoke to the man of the moment, Finn Allen, after his record-setting 151 off just 51 balls with, believe it, 19 sixes.
You used the word nervous to talk about your approach to how the wicket was going to play, knowing how it did play in New York last year versus what was happening for you tonight. How quickly were you able to figure out that it was much different than it had played in New York and that you could start playing shots as freely as you did, as quickly as you did early in your innings?
Yeah, I think, as openers, we're always looking to assess the wicket pretty early, and me and Timmy have spent a lot of time batting together, so, we were talking a lot about what the wicket might be like, what was difficult at the start, and, we're both pretty positive players, I guess, and, yeah, we lost a couple of wickets in the power play, and I wanted to just react to the ball, especially not knowing what the wicket was doing. It was a little bit inconsistent with the new ball, I would say, but smaller boundaries, you sometimes get a little bit lucky and get a couple out of the screws, and then you're away, I guess, so... just tried to adapt to that and stay in the fight. Watto wants me to try and bat 40 balls every game, so I guess having that in the back of my mind was helpful. And then I guess I just took it upon myself to take responsibility of getting us a good score.
Well, there it is from Finn Allen. Aaman, can you believe what we witnessed here tonight?
Believing was such a word I wasn't ready to hear, because there's no way you could believe what you just saw happen in front of us at the Oakland Coliseum of all places. They check so many boxes of unbelievable. One, cricket in the Coliseum, A. B, Finn Allen, from the word go, he had the fastest 50 in Major League Cricket history and said, you know what, that's not enough. I had the most sixes in a T20 match ever. And then I'll have the highest score in Major League Cricket history ever.
Check.
And now he's got the most sixes all time in Major League Cricket, passing up Nicholas Puran.
Check.
It's been unbelievable. Like, there's just no other word to describe what we saw from Finn Allen.
It was something I don't know if anybody expected tonight coming into a match, and he spoke about it in the press conference. Nervous was the word he used. He wasn't sure what to expect because everybody had that, I can't even call it a bad memory, it was more of a nightmare from what they saw on Long Island last year at the T20 World Cup. Believe it or not, folks, this really was the same drop in wicket that was used in Long Island that nobody could score off of. And Finn Allen single-handedly tonight scored more runs in one innings than any team as a composite scored on that same wicket in Long Island last year in New York.
He scored more than Washington Freedom today even. And I talked to Dave Agnew, one of the head curators, before the start of the tournament. And he said, when these wickets were in New York, they were babies. They were just 4 months old. There was no way they were going to be ready. He said, now they've had a year. Even though we've moved them, the roots are in. And then I had a feel of the wicket just 2 days ago, and I said, this is compact and hard, and we could see a lot of runs, and completely that's what transpired on these drop-ins.
A lot of runs indeed. Now, Finn Allen, 151 off of 51 balls, 5 fours, 19 sixes. A supporting role played, not to be overshadowed too much, but the local boy, the Bay Area son of the soil, Sanjay Krishnamurthi, 36 off 20 balls, for the Unicorns, coming in at number 4. 4 sixes, 3 in a row at one point. And there were so many people who were electrified by his performance. We talked about it in our preview episode leading into the season. What is he going to do? What is somebody like Saimul Kamal going to do? Well, Sanjay Krishnamurthi picks up right where he left off last year in MLC 2024 with his performance tonight.
Well, I actually was talking to Anika Kolan, the USA Women's T20 international captain, and she was talking about how Sanjay and Saurabh Netravalkar are two Bay Area heroes. And when Sanjay's name got called up as he's walking into bat, she said the crowd roared like it hadn't roared in a while. And so that's brilliant to hear. She also told me that apparently San Diego State University, where Sanjay attends his college, San Jose State rather, they put out something on social media saying, good luck, Sanjay, as well. So he's really become a cult hero here in the Bay Area.
Well, he had plenty of fan support, family support. We'll get some more of that in just a little bit on U.S. Cricket Now. But it wasn't just Finn Allen. There was some good stuff in the field as well for the Unicorns. Harris Ralph, 3 for 30, although he had a moment that produced gasps in the crowd for all the excitement of Finn Allen. There was a blemish where he dropped a relatively straightforward gone bowl chance, but the rest of his team atoned for it throughout the rest of the night. And then Hassan Khan, Bar King Award winner from last year, 3 for 38 as well, which might not sound all that special, but when you consider the fact that almost everybody in the Freedom bowling unit was going at double digits for their economy rate over the course of the night, going for under 10 and over for Hassan Khan was pretty impressive.
And he put up 38 off of 18 and really propelled the score to be 269. Could he easily flourish down to 240, which is crazy to think it keeps it down to 240. That's not something you hear too often in a T20 match, but absolutely, he was brilliant. And I thought the lengths that we saw from the Unicorns as a whole were much better than the Freedom. The Freedom expected this to be New York. They expected to be able to pitch it up. The ball would move, it would cut, it would do weird things. I thought the length of the Unicorns post that little power play, they went back of a length. They bowled a lot of slower deliveries. Hassan Khan was bowling into the wicket, trying to get it to turn from there. I thought that was a much more reasonable play, given the dimensions of the field. The square boundaries, not by much, but are bigger here at the Coliseum, and they use those to their advantage.
Yeah, for anybody who didn't tune in tonight, the overwhelming majority of the sixes that were hit by Finn Allen in particular were straight down the ground or straight behind it. How many scoops did he play that caromed off the facade of the second level heading towards Mount Davis? I mean, can you pick out one shot tonight that is the most memorable from his innings?
They all kind of blend in, don't they? Just there's so many shots he played into similar regions. I just remember it was the one out here that was brilliant too. He kind of just played that little slog sweep, and it was more so the power in which he showed off, the height in which he was hitting the ball too, because it's not a huge boundary to clear. But it felt like the attitude he came out with was, I don't care if you're starting at the Velker. I don't care if you're Ben Sears. I don't care if you're Jack Edwards. I'm hitting you for runs. And it was unbelievable to see that little bit of just recklessness almost in his batting.
Now, you touched on a little bit earlier, Anika Kalan, you got a chance to speak to her in the crowd, USA Women's T20 captain, why is she here? Because she's injured. The team is in the Netherlands right now, but she's recuperating from a knee injury she suffered in Argentina. So she got a chance to soak up the Sanjay Krishnamurthi fandom here at Oakland Coliseum. She wasn't the only one, though. There were plenty of fans who were appreciating him, but none more so than the Krishnamurthi family. Mom Julie, Dad Satya, and then his brothers Vijay and Pranay. The whole clan, they took the BART, the Bay Area Rail Transit. They took the public transport just like so many other fans did here tonight. They came from Fremont to come out to watch their son or their brother perform. And I got a chance to speak to Mom and Dad before he took the field. And then I got a chance to speak to his two brothers after his innings had finished up, where he scored again 36 off 20 balls, 1 4 and 4 sixes. And here's what they had to say on this special night for the Krishnamurthi family. You've got your Unicorns jerseys on to support Sanjay. You've got Sanjay in the back, so everybody knows whose family, whose player you're supporting here. What is it like for you as somebody who lives in the Bay Area? Your son is going to university in the Bay Area, and he's genuinely a local star. To see him take the field tonight at an iconic venue like Oakland Coliseum, what is that going to mean to both of you?
Yeah, it's very exciting, a real proud moment for sure.
Yeah, it's really a culmination of so many years of work. So it's unreal. Like it's hard to imagine that this is happening today.
He's had a long and winding road to get here today. Born in Oregon, but he's lived in Arizona, where you're from,
Yes.
Julie, And then you went off to India. In part, I understand, is because you didn't think that a professional cricket opportunity in America was going to be possible for him earlier in his life. And then the launch of MLC is a big reason why the family returned to the U.S. Is that correct?
Well, I would say the reason we moved to India was mainly because Satya's dad was there and family, and we wanted to raise our children knowing their Indian heritage as well. And we had set a time limit that we didn't want Sanjay to be too old when we moved. So when he was 8, that was kind of our cutoff. So that's when we moved. But cricket was the bridge, actually, because he was already playing tennis ball cricket in Chandler, Arizona with his dad and friends. So that was the bridge for him to help adjust to the move back to India. So, or I say back, but it wasn't back for me or for Sanjay, only for Satya. But so when we moved, we immediately put him in a cricket academy. And so right away, he got excited about it, playing leather ball, having his own kit, and it helped him make friends in India.
What are you going to look back on, you think, and remember most about tonight?
We've played different roles in Sanjay's life. I have been involved more in the cricketing aspects, and right from the time he started playing cricket, my desire for him was that he would just enjoy the game. He would just enjoy himself. It's not. It's great the way it's unfolding, but that was not a goal we set, that he would become this kind of a cricketer or whatever, right? So I think if there has been one consistent theme throughout his cricket, is that he would enjoy playing and just delight, and so that's my hope for him tonight. That it's just another game. Well, it's not just another game, but that he would just enjoy every moment of it.
Well, and the American cricket fans are enjoying what he's doing, not just for the Unicorns, but for USA as well. So thank you, Satya and Julie Krishnamurthi. Seeing all these people go crazy when he was hitting those sixes, and they're not just cheering for the Unicorns, they're cheering for your brother. What goes through your mind when that's happening? It's like, hey, that's my brother out there.
Yeah. What goes through my mind is I'm happy. I'm happy that he enjoys the sport, and that him hitting those sixes doesn't really it does make me feel happy. It sends a thrill through me, but it doesn't really change the thoughts of he enjoys the sport, and that's all that matters to me, if that makes sense.
Are you going to give him a hard time for getting out in the 40s while Finn Allen made 151?
Nah, definitely not. I'm proud of him either way.
Pranay, what's it been like for you seeing your brother on the field tonight?
It's been really cool because I've seen a lot of these guys like Corey and Maxwell. I've been watching them for years. So seeing my brother go against them, and we used to watch them on TV together back in India, it's really just crazy to see how far he's come. And all the years of throwing in balls or helping him out here and there, you really see how it reaps rewards in the long run. So even though in the moment it felt kind of tiring, but it's crazy to see him on this stage against the best players in the world.
What are you going to remember most about tonight?
Probably Finn Allen, I'm not going to lie. But for Sanjay, those 4 sixes were really sweet. So those two.
All right, hit us with a fact about Sanjay that only the Krishnamurthi family would know about.
I guess this other people may know, but back when he was around 12, he competed in the Anil Kumble Spin Stars competition, where essentially Anil Kumble hosts his competition, and he came in the top 20, and he's the youngest person to make it out of thousands of people, and that's kind of what pushed him to be a cricket player. So a professional cricket player, really try. And I know Anil Kumble's been around the MLC as well, so it's really cool how other players have invested into him, and that's helped him grow into be the player he is. But I don't want to do anything too personal because he'll come back to bite me.
I know Kumble is a role model for him in that sense. Now that he's on the field here tonight, what goes through your mind when you think about the fact that
now he could be a role model for kids in the Bay Area growing up, seeing him in the field and thinking that could be me one day too.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good thought and a deep one. I think it's something that it's something he's responsible for, to have that sort of maturity and show and be respectful and humble. But I think he's really well equipped for that, because he's a role model to me, of course, as an older brother to me, and he's definitely a really good role model to me. So him being a role model to other people is only a good thing as far as I see. Though, of course, he's got his problems like all of us, but all things considered, he's a pretty good brother, and I think he's a great role model.
Our thanks to the Krishnamurthi family for their contributions to U.S. cricket now. Mom Julie, Dad Satya, and brothers Vijay and Pranay for taking some time to speak with us on such a memorable night. And that is the end of the wrap-up for this opener at the Oakland Coliseum. An incredible first night for MLC 2025.
Coming up, we're going to take a look at the fixtures that are coming up over the weekend, because the Coliseum, well, it got off to a cracking start. It's almost El Clasico coming up, isn't it? MI New York taking on the Texas Super Kings, two teams that have real aspirations for that trophy of them this season, Peter.
And there's an awful lot of attention now on MI New York, especially because of Nicholas Pooran's recent international retirement. So a lot of eyes in the West Indies and beyond are going to be focused on MI New York and what Pooran is going to bring to the table for MI New York in 2025. Of course, he had that iconic innings to end MLC 2023 in the final with that incredible century, which seems a long time ago now. Just seeing what we saw from Finn Allen tonight. The gauntlet has been thrown down. Finn Allen has raised the bar. Can Nicholas Pooran match it tomorrow night against TSK?
It'll be a lot of fun. Also, we got double headers this weekend as well. The San Francisco Unicorns will take on LAKR later that day. And you know what? I tell you, I think that game could be really interesting with Andre Russell and these boundaries and those windows that are just teasing the ball as he hits them down the ground. That could be a real fun matchup. The Yorkers will take on the Freedom. And in a game where the Freedom will look to bounce back, the Yorkers try to get themselves back into their 2023 ways. And then LAKR taking on TSK. So a lot of great matchups coming up over the course of the weekend. Is there one individual outside of Nicholas Pooran that you're looking at here, Peter?
Well, for me, I want to take a look at the guys on the Seattle Orcas, the American contingent. There's such a large contingent. First off, you've got Cameron Gannon, who was the Bar King Award winner in the inaugural season at MLC. But you've got the guys who have shifted over to the Orcas from other franchises. Shayan Jahangir, you've got Stephen Taylor. We talked about that in the first episode. Can they get on the path to redemption, especially a guy like Stephen Taylor and Aaron Jones, who's a World Cup hero for USA, the 2024 T20 World Cup against Canada and Pakistan. But what have you done for me lately? He can't even get in the lineup for USA now. Maybe he can do something for New Yorkers to press his case to force his way back into the USA lineup here at Oakland Coliseum.
It'll be interesting to see that. For LAKR, I'm interested in them. They've been a real disappointment in the first two seasons. They want to find more consistency. Is Alex Hales the answer? We saw Finn Allen opening the batting and lighting it up. Can Alex Hales do something similar for the men in purple and gold?
Now, before we end the show, Aaman, I spoke to many first-time cricket fans in the crowd tonight. I know you came across no shortage of them as well. It was an incredible atmosphere, not just for the diehards, but for the first-timers as well. And I met a group of Indian-American teenagers, the Javeri brother and sisters and the Desai. There was two groups of brother and sister, the Javeris and the Desais, part of the Guju posse. Aaman, I'm sure you're thrilled about that. And they were coming to their first ever cricket match. They've seen the Oakland Athletics here at the Coliseum. They've been to Golden State Warriors games, but this was their first taste of cricket and a live atmosphere. And I also got a chance to speak to four other guys in the crowd. Eli Ewing, I spoke to Chris Collins, Dave Fendel, and then a fourth guest crashed the interview, Alex. So we'll leave out his last name for now, but you'll figure out why he was so important to the experience that all of them shared tonight in this incredible atmosphere at Oakland Coliseum. It was their first opportunity to see live cricket, being sports fans for so many other sports. And it was fascinating to hear what they had to say about not only their first time watching cricket here at Oakland Coliseum, but how that experience compared to some of the other sports they're used to watching around the USA. Here's what they had to say.
Had you ever been to a live cricket match before?
No, this is my first one.
Do you watch cricket on TV or on the laptop at home or no?
Sometimes I see little clips. I love India's team. They're my favorite. Virat Kohli, my favorite player.
What about USA? Growing up in San Jose, Sanjay Krishnamurthi, come on. We got to support the local team.
Yeah, USA also. USA, second favorite.
Sanjay Krishnamurthi, he had 4 sixes in a row out there. Come on.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, what's going on here? We want to be like Sanjay. Forget Kohli.
Yeah.
What's the experience been like for you?
Actually, really great. It feels really exciting to see ooh, is that did the wicket get out? Or ooh, yes, it's a 6.
There's been a lot of ooh, yes, it's a 6.
Yes.
Plenty of that.
A lot of that.
How does this compare to an athletics team?
I feel like the A's game, I feel like cricket is more interesting than baseball.
Cricket is more interesting than baseball, or more interesting than an A's game?
More interesting than an A's game.
More interesting than an A's game. Yeah, you're not alone. Okay. Why is it more interesting?
I feel like there's new things constantly happening within each run, while in baseball or A's game in general, it takes a bit more time for something really big to happen. Well, here you're every second something big could happen, you know?
Yeah, this is also a new sport for us, so it's cool to experience something new and see a new game.
So for you, Shreya, you say it's a new sport.
Never watched it live like this.
Yeah.
And
Never
never
watched it.
fully understood it yet. Till now.
We're also we're passionate because we're all Indian American, and cricket is really important in India. So then experiencing it as Indian Americans and seeing it in America, that's makes us really proud.
So, anything else you want to say about getting a chance to see cricket at the Oakland Coliseum?
It's so cool. It's all open, and the players they're only a few, hundreds of feet away. It's super, it's feels really real because I've never watched one before.
Would you want to come back to see another game?
Yes. I think I could get used to this.
Have you seen a cricket match before in person?
A lot.
A lot. Okay. Have you seen a cricket match before in person?
No, I had not before today.
And had you?
I have, yes.
In Perth or somewhere else in Australia?
In Perth and in England. This is my first time here.
What was the reason you came out to watch your first match today? Are these the two reasons, or is there some other reason?
A combination of having a couple friends who are into cricket and also just being interested in it. I played baseball growing up, and I've always thought cricket was an interesting sport, but I've never seen it in person, so this seemed like a really good opportunity.
What stands out to you most that you were not able to necessarily appreciate just from watching it on clips on TV or online?
I think the skill and complexity of striking, for sure. The split-second decisions these guys have to make about where they want to try to hit the ball, and I've been really impressed with the creativity. It's been awesome to see.
Now you say split-second decisions. Cricket stereotypically is classified as a slow game, and yet the speed of the game here.
There's so much action.
There's a lot of action.
There's a lot to see. There's so much fun stuff happening. The bowling, I love watching the bowlers. That was another thing I didn't know, how far the bowlers run and how much they wind up to bowl. Watching them do that is really fun. And just that battle between the bowler and all of the strategy, the fact that the striker can, basically bat the ball anywhere gives you so many possibilities based on what the bowler is doing. So it's super cool to watch. I'm definitely a fan. I'm coming back.
So, Dave, first cricket match.
Yes.
All right. For cricket,
Yes.
how was this experience for you?
It's been really fun.
What has been the most fun for you tonight?
Well, it's being in the Coliseum.
Hey, can I get you anything to drink?
What the hell?
So this is his twin brother who's surprising him. He didn't know he was coming.
What the flying flip are you doing here?
Surprising you.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, this is live. We're recording live.
Brings together a family.
I thought we were just gonna get the kids coming out.
Yeah,
we got
so
more.
This is my
different.
brother, Alex Ewing.
Alex.
Hi.
Alex Ewing. All right, first cricket match for you tonight as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, come on, sit down.
Yeah,
Join
we're
the
here.
party. All right.
We're here for it. Oh my gosh.
All right, we're creating history tonight in so many different ways on
Amazing.
the U.S. Cricket Now podcast. All right, so Alex, what stands out to you about this experience other than reuniting with your twin brother.
Yeah, that's the big part so far. Look, I mean, I've never seen the field set up like this. It's really cool. Been to a baseball game here, but it's really cool to see the pitch, and yeah.
Will you come back to another game?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because my brother's here, but also
because I'm invested.
It's a cool cultural experience. It's such a massive global sport. I have a lot of people on my team in India. They love cricket, and it's cool to see what it's all about.
Do you know how to watch the Unicorns if you were to go home and once they finish their weekend slate here? Do you know where you can watch them for the rest of the season?
How do you do it?
You can watch them on NBC Sports Bay Area.
Oh, really? Hell yeah.
So when they go to Texas and Florida, you're going to watch them on NBC Sports Bay Area?
I will, 1,000,000%.
I mean, I'm not going to say that I won't watch them.
Okay.
I'm not sure I'm going to set it to record.
What kind of fan
But if
are
I'm
you,
home
Dave?
and it's on and I'm flipping channels, I'll definitely land
You
there
tell me
and watch.
right now. You watch Finn Allen come in here and drop 150. Was it 151?
151.
And you're not gonna.
Don't forget that extra run.
151.
151.
I'm just not guaranteeing
Yeah.
I'm in front of my TV
Everyone
when
in
it's
the
on.
stadium knows about it.
Everybody.
I
yeah.
have a busy life.
You saw history tonight.
I have kids.
We did. I was
151.
very excited about that.
I have children who play baseball.
What else are you going to remember about tonight other than seeing your brother for the first time in God knows how long?
I mean, that I came out to the ballpark and had a great night. I mean, the weather's perfect. The game is so much fun to watch. This is fantastic. I would do this all the time if I could.
Well, how about that? Brothers reunited. Alex Ewing, the twin brother, coming all the way from Boston to meet up with his brother Eli. And that was not even close to being the most memorable part of tonight for the Finn Allen. That's what they'll remember most, Aaman. Now, we want to hear from you on US Cricket Now. Email us, uscricketnow@gmail.com. You can follow us, US Cricket Now, on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow us and rate us on Apple and Spotify. And if you want to get in touch with us, well, just go ahead and send us an email at uscricketnow@gmail.com. Again, that's at uscricketnow@gmail.com.
That's it for this episode of US Cricket Now. US Cricket Now is a Viral Tribe Entertainment and Square Cut production. See you on Monday for a review of the weekend's doubleheaders. That's it for us. I'm Peter Della, Penna for Aaman Patel. Thanks for tuning in, and come back next time on US Cricket Now.